A very good evening. This is Dr. J. Vijayalakshmi, Department of Commerce with Computer Application. Welcome to Dr. SNS, Rajalakshmi College of Arts and Science. In this video, I would like to explain one of the topic from analysis of financial activity. Let us move on to the topic. Topic is about risk assessment and internal control. We'll see what is a risk assessment and internal control in the auditing process. The systematic process of identifying, analyzing, and managing the risk that could hidden or that can be occurred on the organization from the achieving their objectives. So, which is like it is a obstacle and it involves the evaluating the both likelihood and potential impact on the advisory events. So, what is the internal control? It is a process of affected by an entity or the broad directions, management, and the other persons designed to provide the reasonable assurance regarding achievements of the objectives relating to the operations, reporting, and compliance. So, this is the both will go to head like risk and assessment controls. So, what is the objective of the ORCS model? Like operations, reporting, and compliance. So, what is the operations? Effectiveness and efficiency of the entity and the entire operations, which includes the operational and financial performance, goals, and safeguarding assets for the against the loss. That is nothing but the operations in the internal control process. What about the reporting? So, reliability, timeliness, and transparency, internal and external financial and non-financial reporting process. With compliance, it is all about the how to minimize the regulations, how to minimize the losses, how to what are the mistakes which are occurred to while entering the entities, which is a main core, which is reflecting on the objectives of the ensuring the legal ethics and the behaviors. So we have some frameworks. So what are the co so framework is nothing but it is a committee and the sponsoring organizations, which framework is nothing but the gold standards for the internal control and visualizing the control as a three dimensions, like it is a cubic stage. Like by seeing this picture we can understand. So it illustrates the relationship between the object, components, and the structure. Whatever it is entire, it is all about the entire processing system. So the control environment is another important factors. Like we have a fundamental of all other components. The control environment sets a tone at the top of the organization, influencing the control, and it is about the peoples who are integrated. So it is all about the how we committed on the compliance. Like it is nothing but the directions, and it focus on the audit committee participants participations, management, and the philosophy of the operational style, operating different types of the operating styles in the organizational structures. So how we will assess the risk process, like a risk assessment, how it can be processed, like identifying and analyzing the risk factors. Every entity need to be assessed very carefully from the external and internal source that gives you the best result, and that must be assessed at any cost and before it is submitting to the external person. The risk identification, what could go wrong, where is a possibility of doing the mistakes that can be identified. Risk analysis, estimating the significance and frequency risk may happens. The risk responses, avoid the and reduce the risk or accept what it has happened. So based on this we can minimize the risk factors. So control activity, so now we identified the later on how we can control. So we can have a verification and we can do the segregation of the doubts, like dividing the responsibilities by dumping the all work to a single person. If you divide and we can segregate and segment the work to the different people, so risk can be and the errors can be minimized. Like authorizations, giving a proper authority to a person that he will take a own responsibility, ownership rights. So the having a different types of processing, so again it can be verified by double checking the accuracy. So again it will be done on the basis of the different estimation processes. These are all the possible things which may happen. So by this we can understand how works effectively. Information and communication. So information system and the communication channel will have the great impact on the controlling the risk factors. So information, whatever the information required, that can be provided properly, and communication channel should be given to a proper person with a proper intimations, and the communication to be done in a proper method. So by this we can understand how the internal risk factors can be controlled. Thank you.